Hello guys and welcome to today's daily puzzle Discover the Arrows Path. First of all, a happy Valentine's Day, and second of all, let's get right to it. So what do I see? Well, I see that we have a king on our back rank. And to top it off, we have quite a few ways to deliver a check. First of all, I notice that we have the rook that can simply fall back and deliver a check. But this still leaves the king with one out. Alternatively, we can move our knight to deliver a check, which also unveils a discover check, but this one they can escape in two ways, either by moving up or by moving over. Now, if they do decide to move over, well, then we can easily drop in our rook and deliver checkmate that way. If they, however, decide to move up, well, then we can still do something similar, except in a slightly more roundabout way. Because if they move over here, then under cover of the knight, we can drop our bishop in. But after that, we have to play around, but let me show you as it's way easier to show. So we start off by doing the double check, forcing the king to move. Now they do move over here, which does indeed invite to move the rook over under cover of our knight, forcing them to move up anyway to this square that I already mentioned is the vital square no matter how they responded to our prior move. Now that we move our bishop over, our rook over here, they are forced up, but our knight over here is vulnerable. Now, honestly, it's not that bad, but as we have many ways to deal with it once their king is over there. So let's simply push the king up using our bishop under cover of our rook and our knight. Because why do we want the bishop over here? Well, because our bishop over here enables us pressure on this square, meaning that our rook can then slide up, controlling not only the king square, not only the square that's on itself, not only the squares below and above it, but with the pawn controlling the square above the king, the bishop controlling the square below the king, and our king controlling the pawn square, the square above the pawn, and the square below the pawn, you might see it. That is gonna be a checkmate. There we go. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like. If you aren't yet, please consider subscribing, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.